Hi there, excuse me, Tina Vanderwerker with Berkshire Hathaway Clifton Park office. It's Tuesday, so it's time for Tina's Tuesday tip. Today I'm going to talk about the day in the life of a realtor. So a lot of people think when we get into this business that we just show pretty houses and then we just make a bunch of money, collect checks and so on. But there's a lot obviously more to it than that. Just like any job, there's the ins and outs of the day-to-day before you collect your paycheck. So I figured I would go over just a few of the little things that we do, not little things, but a few of the things that we do to give you an idea of how we spend our days. So the first thing that we generally do, and of course everybody runs their business differently, so everybody can do it a different way. But what I like to do is look at our multiple listing service, also known as the MLS, and I get an idea of some of the new properties that have come on the market, some of the pending properties, things that have gone under contract, and maybe some of the things that have closed. If it was, if I had a buyer that was interested in that property, now I know what it went for, so I can kind of give them a heads up as to, whether they maybe would have competed for it or, whether it was just way out of their price range. So I try to look at the MLS every day if I can. If not, I look at it in the morning to see what's come on or throughout the day as I have time. I also set up home searches for buyers. So if I have somebody that's contacted me and they want to look at some different properties, I'll set them up on a home search so that I can look and see what it is that is available for them to see and, put in some criteria and then send them the listings that might meet their criteria. And then we can set up some showings. If they have perchance picked a few, then we will go out and do some showings that day to see if it's something that they might be interested in. If they are interested in it, then I go ahead and I write up the contract. I send it to them for their signature, and then I send it to the listing agent so that we can, try to make a transaction happen. So that is part of the buyer process. Then I also, if I'm in the middle of a transaction, if it's my listing or if I have the buyer and we're working on a transaction, maybe I talk to the attorney that day or I talk to the buyer to give them a heads up. Maybe I'm setting up inspections and working on those. I might be attending an inspection if it's already been scheduled. I attend, if it's my listing, I work with the appraiser and I attend the appraisal to talk with them about how many offers I had or, give them the pricing strategy that I used in order to, come up with the price for the home. If I'm just meeting with buyers for the first time, then I can, set up some questions for them. If I'm meeting with a seller to go over a listing appointment, before I meet with them, I have to go over all of the different market statistics and make sure that, I have the best price range in mind so that I can be, strategic with them and go over some of the pricing strategies. I tour their home to make sure that, it's in a good condition. Maybe I'll make recommendations as far as what might need to be done to the home, and then maybe help them. I might give them resources. If I'm meeting with them, I would give them resources in order to, if there's any repairs that need to be made or things like that. And then also I do things like this. I do videos so that I can educate my clients and just the general public about realtors and the real estate process and loans and a bunch of different things that I do, for education. And then, I answer general questions. So when I have had a client with a transaction, I don't consider that transaction closed. Well, the transaction is closed, but that it does not end our relationship. So I want to be the resource for my clients. So any questions that they have afterwards, if they get into the house and they need a roofer, they need windows, they need, cleaning people or whatever, I want to be that resource for them. So, I might do a little bit of research if I don't happen to have somebody right off the top. And I provide them, with information so that, they can get their next transaction or their next project done successfully. So that is just the tip of the iceberg, actually. That is, just a little bit about how we spend our days. We drive around, we look at houses, and, we try to bring the best information to our clients that we can. and make sure that we are up to date on as many things as possible. So if you have any questions, you want somebody to work hard for you, give me a call, 518-598-9973, or comment below on the video. I will talk to you soon.